Hello everyone, today we are quick drawing a pear. I'm going to be using some of my favorite crayons, these bad boys over here. So why don't you grab some crayons, grab a pencil, grab a pear or a picture of a pear on the internet if you don't have one at home, and let's see what we can do. Okay, so I'm going to set my timer. Everybody ready? Begin. So I'm just going to get the basic shape of my pear. Now you might get this wrong to start with, so it's a good idea to do it really, really lightly. Don't work too small on your page because then it's not going to make for a very interesting picture. I've just got my pear resting on something. Try not to hold the pear in your hands because if you do, it's going to move around. You're going to have a different angle every time you look at it. So that's pretty much the shape that I'm after there. I've got my eraser handy in case I need it, but don't worry if you make a little mistake. As long as you're pressing lightly, you can just kind of go right over that. So I'm going to be using some of these crayons. I'm just going to grab out the ones that I think I need. I've got some oranges, reds, greens. I've got a kind of a brownish color in here. I'm just going to go ahead and try and get some of that color in. Now, what I always say to my students is focus on the really dark areas first. Look for your pure black areas or the areas that have the most shading. I might even have something a little bit darker over here. Now these are actually watercolor crayons, which means that you can add water to them afterwards to make a really nice watercolor painting. But just regular crayons are fine as well. Or watercolor pencils do the same kind of thing. So this pear has quite a lot of brown. We are on 2 minutes 47 seconds. So I think I've done enough of that. I'm going to go ahead and get some green in here. That's too green. I want something a bit more yellowish. Now work big and work fast because you don't have very long to get this in. We are on 2 minutes and 8 seconds. These are rolling all over the place, driving me nuts. I'm not sure if you can hear my kids in the background. They are watching TV. It's keeping them quiet, but excuse the background noise. It's Dinosaur King today. So as you use your colors, you're just going straight over. I'm looking for any areas where I can see this green and it's layering up over my brown. And afterwards, if we have any time, I will show you how I add water to this. These are rolling all over and driving me crazy. And it's really, really red in the middle here. Oh, and I forgot my stalk. It's got a little bit of red, a little bit of green in there. Oh, my timer is flashing.
Begin!
We have 1 minute left. Why is it telling me begin? Oh, I need to change my timer. It's flashing on amber, which means we only have 1 minute left. I'm not sure why it's saying begin. I think I have to change the voice on it. Okay. 30 seconds left. Now, okay. 12 seconds left.
Begin!
It just says begin for everything. This is my timer over here. I think I need to fix it. Okay, so that's it. Time's up. Okay, so I didn't have any water with me before, but I've got some now. So if you have any extra time, longer than 5 minutes, you can actually add water to this. These are called Neo Color. They're a Caran d'Ache crayon. They're amazing. They last for years and years and years. So, oh, there's my kitties. So they're worth spending the money on. They're not cheap, but as you can see, they're really beautiful when they're dry and when they're wet. And it's a really nice thing to take out with you if you go sketching outdoors, or if you just want something that's not super messy, because you can use them dry and then you can just add water later. Now obviously the more water you add, the smoother this is and the more it looks like a painting. I'm using some watercolor paper here, so it's not too thin. I'm not sure how thick it is. It is. Let's have a look. It wasn't a particularly expensive paper. It just says 150 grams. So that's the kind of paper that I'm using. Baby, could you pass me a tissue, please, honey? Sorry, I have my little helper over here. She's trying to stay out of the way. Thank you, my dear. So if you find you add a little bit too much water, you can always dab and take some off. And then as you are adding the water, all the colors that you used before, they all start to mix together, so you get lots of different shades. So, not a particularly detailed drawing, but not bad for 5 minutes. Okay, I will see you all tomorrow.